Naumai Hairumai and welcome to 3 News. President Trump has unleashed on President Zelensky in a shocking tirade, calling him a dictator and warning him to move fast or he won't have a country left. His comments, which included the assertion that we're close to World War III, have shocked other world leaders, with growing concern over how Trump appears to now be parroting the propaganda that Putin has been spinning for years. Senior correspondent Lisette Raymer reports.
Where once Ukraine turned to find a friend and ally, a new enemy is emerging. President Zelensky now fighting off withering attacks by the world's most powerful man.
But think of it, a modestly successful comedian. President Zelensky talked the United States of America into spending $350 billion to go into a war that basically couldn't be won.
The past 24 hours have seen the US president seemingly pick a page of Putin's playbook and start reading from it.
A dictator without elections. Zelensky better move fast or he's not going to have a country left. Got to move fast.
As Ukraine prepares to enter its 4th year of war with Russia, Trump has claimed tonight that the Ukrainian leader wants to keep the gravy train going and that he has done a terrible job.
Somebody said, oh no, his polls are good, give me a break. And the only thing he was really good at was playing Joe Biden like a fiddle. He played him like a fiddle.
The war of words escalating after the commander-in-chief first claimed earlier this week that Ukraine had started the war.
You should have never started it. You could have made a deal.
Leaving Zelensky little choice but to respond.
With all due respect to President Donald Trump as a leader, he is living in this disinformation space.
What will be most alarming for the Ukrainian president and his European allies is how much Trump's new position mirrors Putin's own. The Kremlin has long questioned Zelensky's legitimacy, demanding elections, no doubt angling to install a Russia-leaning leader in his place. Today, the Russian president was standing staunch, defending the fact Ukraine wasn't invited to peace talks held with the United States yesterday.
Firstly, Russia has never refused contacts with Europeans, and Russia has never refused the negotiation process with Ukraine.
The Ukrainian port city of Odessa was again hit overnight, Putin continuing to fire missiles, while Trump unleashes a barrage of lies. He claimed Ukraine started the war, but it was Russia that launched a full-scale invasion in 2022. And the claim that the US has contributed $350 billion in aid is also far from reality, thought to be less than half that. Zelensky is not a dictator. In wartime, elections are often suspended under martial law due to the difficulty for soldiers and refugees to be able to vote and the risk of strikes disrupting voting day. Trump also claimed Zelensky has a mere 4% approval rating in Ukraine, but in a survey this month, the president's trust rating hit 57%. The outburst has prompted quick criticism from European leaders who know their own security is also affected by this shift in global diplomacy. Trump's message of comfort tonight: we're close to World War III.
There's no profit for anyone in having World War III, and you're not so far away from it. I'll tell you right now, you're not so far away.
But he's promised to stop it.
OK, Lisette, these comments from Trump that we just saw there, they come at a particularly difficult time for Ukrainians.
They do, Sam. We're now just a few days away from the anniversary of this war, entering the 4th year of this conflict. Already, we are hearing from Ukrainians that morale is down in the country and, of course, on the front line because of the gains that the Russians are making. This talk from Trump will only be adding to that despair. There is a glimmer of hope for Zelensky. He will be clinging to that, no doubt, and that is that one of Trump's most pro-Ukrainian advisors has just arrived in Kiev, and he has opened his conversations by saying that he is primarily there on a mission to sit and listen. This is also a very big moment for the European leaders. A lot of people definitely Zelensky, will be looking to them for support right now. But of course, they will also be in this juggling act of trying to avoid becoming the next in the firing line of President Trump. But we do know that Emmanuel Macron, the President of France, and also Sir Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of the UK, are heading to Washington next week.
And we will be across that. Lisette, thanks so much.